8 hours away. You can buy Packer shirts in Wisconsin, cheesehead caps, books with pictures of cows. You can buy cows themselves, buy a house, buy a shed to keep your brats in.
Yes, sir. Once you've been here for a while, it kind of grows on you.
Yes, sir. It's all there in Wisconsin. Our neighbor to the east. A little geography lesson there for these people from Missouri and Rhonda Benson. Looking forward to your concert tonight.
Thank you.
Such a great concert last year, and you're going to do exactly the same one again, or no?
Not exactly the same one.
No. You're going to let Audie sing and everything?
Absolutely. You want to join us too?
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
All right. Do us another tune here.
Well, I'm just after that commercial. We should have done a drinking song right here, I think.
Well, I didn't know you did drinking songs, Rhonda.
Only one.
Okay.
But we'd like to do a tribute to the late, great Bill Monroe and ask everyone to join us in remembering him as we sing Is the Grass Any Bluer on the Other Side.
Bill Monroe? What? What'd you say?
They said they're from Missouri?
Did you say the late, great Bill Monroe?
Yeah. When did he die?
Fuck, I don't know. He must have died today.
Rosie, a dedicated man.
He died a while back.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
I
saw a tribute not too long ago for Bill Monroe.
So tell me, Bill,
I think he died about a year ago.
is the grass any bluer on the other side? Did it look like old
Not that long ago.
The gate swung open wide. I bet the Lord's got you playing somewhere up there every night. Is the grass any bluer on the other side? When I was just a kid, I tried my best to learn to sing and play the way you did. Just like me, the daddy died, the guitars and the fiddles cried, the music had the same about you, Bill. We miss you still. Is the grass any bluer on the other side? It looked like old Kentucky when the gates swung open wide. I bet that the Lord's got to play somewhere up there every night. Is the grass any bluer on the other side? Just like me, the daddy died, the guitars and the fiddles cried, the music ain't the same without you, Bill. We miss you still. Is the grass any bluer on the other side? Did it look like old Kentucky when the gates swung open wide? Yeah. The Lord's got to play it somewhere up there every night. Is the grass any bluer on the other side? Is the grass any bluer on the other side?
Thank you so much, Rhonda Benson on a beautiful band, The Rage. Audie Blaylock busted a string there, just kept right on going. What a guy. Playing tonight here at the Fitzgerald Theater at 8:30 this evening. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Robin and Linda Williams and Molly O'Brien. The Hopeful Gospel Quartet be back next week on our show. Peter Estrushko, thank you for the beautiful music today. Mr. Dan Newton back there on the accordion. Come back soon. Our show made possible tonight by the people at Land's End who'd love for you to visit them on the web at www.landsend.com, and also by the Sleep Number Bed by Select Comfort. You guys know a tune called Red Haired Boy? You know Red Haired Boy? Huh? You know?
Yeah, we've heard of it.
Here it is. our show from the French Girls Theater. Good night, everybody. Good night now. Take it out. Trolley Home Companion is brought to your family by the friendly people at Lamb's Head and by the Sleep Number bed from Select Comfort. The bed with the firmness level that adjusts on each side with just the touch of a button, allowing couples to sleep peacefully without having to negotiate a compromise. You can find the store nearest you at 1-800-SLEEP-NUMBER.
PRI, Public Radio International.
This is NPRN, the Nebraska Public Radio Network. Serving Lincoln and southeast Nebraska. Listener-supported KUCV, 91.1 FM, Lincoln.
Support for our programming is made possible by Jim's Home Health Supplies, serving southeast Nebraska with sales and rental of medical equipment and supplies, 402-435-4800, and by Dietz Music House, a full-line music dealer serving eastern Nebraska with locations in Lincoln and Omaha, supporting the arts in eastern Nebraska for 4 generations.
This is Frank McCourt inviting you to join me and Roma Downey for Castles of Gold. Songs and stories of Irish immigration with songs sung by Pan Morrigan. Castles of Gold from PRI.
Coming up at 8 Central on NPRN, the Nebraska Public Radio Network. Fantasy Fuels Weekend Edition this Sunday. Andy Trudeau continues his movie score survey with music for Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Also a conversation about the art of animation with Ice Age director Chris Wedge. And we'll discuss centuries of religious conflict in Ireland with writer Marcus Tanner. I'm Lynn Neary. That's coming up on Weekend Edition from NPR News. At 7 Central tomorrow morning, St. Patrick's Day on the Nebraska Public Radio Network. Coming up next is Thistle and Shamrock, followed by Castles of Gold. And Graham House is in for Dave Hughes this evening. 1, 2, 3, go! This is Fiona Ritchie. Welcome to an hour of fun and great music on the Thistle and Shamrock this week in the company of Cherish the Ladies.
Absolute white folk shit there, man.
Does not swing at all.
If you don't want to get mugged, hell, just play that shit. You just carry a damn boombox playing that stuff walking down New York. You'd never get mugged. Right, guys, we're running the other way.
If we don't check in and change clothes, we're not gonna get to it.
If we don't what?
If we don't check in and change clothes, we're not gonna get to it.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I assumed that you were. Is there really any reason to be there before 8?
They said 7:30.
Well, they said.
Huh?
You know, that band won't even be off the stage.
No, they play till 7 is what he told me. So he told me like 7:30. But we'll go over and check. We'll go over and check in.
Well, I mean,
I thought we'd get down there and maybe we probably wouldn't get a chance to set up.
I just got a pretty good idea about how we go.
Have you been there before?
I've been to that.
I can make a left here.
Remember
I
there's
can't even fucking make a left in this.
But remember, we can go out and go down that alley if that alley's still there. That's how the policeman followed me in years ago.
From an intimate performance by one of the best.
One mistake, we lost it.
Look at that truck. 4-door. There's your 4-door pickup, Dudley.
Boy, Dudley looked good. Around there.
There's your 4-door pickup.
Yeah, looking at it.
Dodge.
Dakota.
He didn't haul much brush with that.
It's fucking warm out.
Anything with it?
No, he just wanted a vehicle with a bed so he could go out on dates.
In the winter.
Yeah.
Place. Date now, so.
8-foot bed.
Actually, not too damn cold out.
It's amazing. Isn't it? That alley's on the other side of this medium right here. I think it is. Yeah.
I thought you could just go.
Yeah, you could.
Well, I want to pull under the canopy
Yeah,
and be pulled
I got
in
you.
so that I can
I
get my
got you.
license plate number and all that shit. Without
You
having
betcha.
to walk back into the fucking parking lot.
I got you.
I heard that.
You don't have that memorized?
Charlie Burton's still in Austin?
Charlie Burton, yeah. Is that the guy we know?
He's still in Austin.
I don't think so. Trying to figure out what.
I don't see
Are
any
you
coffee.
watching? No, what's that big white light there?
There's my stuff.
Hotel,
Hotel. No telling. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's pretty warm for here.
look how bright that makes that look.
Look how much color it puts back into it. That's what's great.
That
It
light?
makes it lookable at.
You can actually see that car's a blue car. I can
Right.
tell it's a blue car from here.
Right. Yeah, it's incredible. Picks up stuff you can't normally see.
wonder if it does that. On tubes, you used to have to worry about that, but maybe
Worry
on
about
these
what?
chips, you don't have to worry about it. If you shot into bright light with your camera, on old types of cameras, it'd screw them up.
Oh,
But
really?
on the digital ones, maybe it doesn't matter.
Well, that's quick. That's quick,
Dudley?
Lou. Dudley.
Now,
That's the
key.
quickest. Wow, how'd you handle that?
I had a reservation and a credit card given them already. You know?
Yeah, usually
Oh,
it
credit
takes
card.
forever.
That explains it. You didn't give them cash.
I had a credit card holding it. You know.
What room are we in?
Where are we?
218 and 219. 218.
218.90.
There's 219.
Should be able to find when you guys.
Words clearly. But if you tell him to say a word, he'll say the word, you know. He's at this point where he'll
He's
talk
getting-
up a storm, but he doesn't pronounce anything.
He's getting into his communicative stage.
Yeah. Well, he definitely uses his hands. He'll do this, do that. And they get to the end of his big story, he'll slap his knee and laugh. He's going to be a
That's the
storyteller,
capability,
that's for
Dudley.
sure. Today, he was just...
You know what that is? See that? It's a big, long, round, hard thing. Sticks way up long up in the sky. Phallic symbol. You know what's up on the top? What? It's a woman spreading seeds.
Jeez.
You okay, Dudley?
I think so.
I was looking around for the big tall thing.
When'd you drop?
Well, drink. By your feet, probably. Yeah, no.
It's your cocktail?
Pepsi. It's a Pepsi.
Your 16-ounce cocktail?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was way up there.
I gotta finish my chocolate malt.
They charge you for beers at this place.
They do?
They always did. Like half price or whatever. Fuck that. Lincoln.
Soul Food, what's it called? The Soul Food Kitchen back there?
Is Lincoln just a college town? Is that all it is?
Big college
State
town.
capital.
Oh, capital. That's right. Duh.
And Lincoln's
Double,
always
double.
good football team, Lincoln, Nebraska College.
You mean University of Nebraska?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Lincoln, Lincoln State.
That college team that they have here.
Kind of got beat in the game that last game we played in, didn't they?
I think so.
Miami beat them, what? Stomped the shit out of them. 52 to them.
I think so. I got to go see a game here with Nebraska and Oklahoma when they both were 1 and 2. Lou.
1 and 2, Lou.
1 and 2, Lou. That was fun.
Oh, Euro plays still there. There's a guitar. Oh, we're on now.
Ruby Red, there's another bar. Well, do you want to... Oh, let's see. Is somebody still on the fucking stage?
Probably,
Looks
but
like
we
it.
always unload.
There's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people up there.
Oh, no, this is that little Irish student thing they had you on, so I don't think this is going to bug
Okay.
us.
Probably going this way and open
Going
the
this
back
way, make
door.
sure the back door's open. We'll
Okay.
start and I'll meet you
All
back
right.
there.
I'll go check it out.
Go check it out.
I keep forgetting St. Patty.
I got to back in there.
Well, you don't have to, do you? I thought you could. I thought you usually pulled.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know it's hard to do.
I
Well, you have to back-
I
you have
like
to
to
back
never.
one way or
I
another,
like to
don't you?
never fucking get out of there.
Yeah, you have to back one way or the other.
So I want to go up here and do this. Hope there ain't nobody in the damn alleyway. Is what I hope.
Usually is.
There ain't.
Nope.
Cool. Am I hitting the alleyway?
Well, it looks like you're way to the west.
Where am I?
I don't know. But no.
Okay, I'm off the course. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting better. Straighten the fuck up here.
Used to
Back the trailer down here.
I can still do it.
You did it on the ice one time.
We've been coming here for 21 fucking years.
How long?
21 years.
We're coming up here in 80, 81. Am I doing all right?
Can't tell.
I need to get. Oh, he was going to be in there. Oh, he's going to be in there opening the door.
Whoa. Son of a bitch. I can't do anything but get fucking crooked. I don't want fucking. I can't stay fucking.
Look out! Oh, the mirror over there on the right. I'm almost hit.
I just don't know why I can't get.
Watch that mirror there.
I know. Is it the door?
Oh yeah, if that's the door, we're too far back.
Oh, no, that's not. It's the next one.
Sounds like we might be done now. He wanted us to wait till they're. Hello.
You have a Morells album?
Yeah, come and stand on the deal.
You have a Morells album?
I've seen it. I got the CD.
I gotta get some album.
Oh, go stand up. Where were you? Take your position on the stairs.
What are you gonna do with it?
Oh, just print one out.
On KNIM. Today, partly sunny, highs in the mid-50s. Tonight, partly sunny, lows in the mid-30s with a 30% chance of rain. Monday night, mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain and thunderstorms, low near 40. Tuesday, cloudy with a chance of rain and thunderstorms, high in the mid-50s. Tuesday night, cloudy with a chance of rain and thunderstorms, low in the lower 30s with a 50% chance of rain. That has been your forecast for today here on the radio station you can depend on, KNIM.
97.1, 1580.
Think she's cute, Dudley, or think she's fat?
What's that?
Think she was cute or fat?
Oh, the girl on the radio? I think she was probably like that girl at the drive-in window. Remember that little chubby girl this morning? Oh, just like her. My theory of evolution and drive-up windows. The better sounding the voice, the hear the woman.
You may get disgusted, start thinking that I'm strange.
Just a cranky old promoter.
Dead kids are going to ground. Get some heavy rest. Never have to worry about what is worst or what is best. Oh, domino. Alright. Romeo, my Romeo. There you go. Lord have mercy. I said, oh, domino. you call. Oh, vice versa, that depends on whatever you're at. And if you never hear from me, that just means I was running that. Oh, domino, alright. Romeo, Romeo, there you go. Lord have mercy. I said, oh, domino. Romeo, Romeo, there you go. Hey, alright, say it again. Oh, domino. Hey, hey, I said, oh, domino. Hey, Mr. DJ, I just wanna hear some rhythm and blues music on the radio, on the radio, on the radio. In a band. One more time.
The one to depend on, KNIN.
Oldies Radio, good time rock and roll.
What do you like on your breakfast cereal, Dudley?
Sugar. Oh, honey, honey.
Loved this song when I was a kid.
You are my candy girl.
Yeah.
And you got me wanting you. Honey. Oh, sugar, sugar.
I was an avid Archie's comic book.
And you got me wanting you.
Reggie and Betty, Veronica.
I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it's true. I just can't believe the wonder of this feeling too.
When we were kids, when they first came out with the cartoons, we whipped out over all the boys. We read all the comics all these years. That's what Jughead sounds like.
You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Oh, honey.
I was starting to get I was told I had to make a shit if I didn't get to watch cartoons.
And you got me wanting you. When I kissed you, girl, I knew how sweet a kiss could be. I know how sweet a kiss can be.
Space Ghost.
Like the summer sunshine, pour your sweetness over me. Pour your sweetness over me. Oh, sugar, sugar on it, honey. Oh, yeah, sugar on it, baby. That's so sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, sugar on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sugar on it, honey. Oh, yeah, sugar on it, baby.
I remember the video to this. So Betty and Veronica, and they would have their pigtails going around.
Archie. 1987 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, Aretha Franklin.
Reginald. This is it.
I used to feel
Veronica's the one that
so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, oh, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, I was so blind. You're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural. my soul was in the lost and found. You came along to claim it. I didn't know just what was wrong with me till your kiss helped me name it. Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. And if I make you happy, I don't need to do more. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Woman. Oh, baby, what you done to me? What you done to me? You make me feel so good inside. Good inside. And I just wanna be close to you. You make me feel so alive. You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman.
It's just you and the Lou Warren Show.
I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? I've been pushed down, I've been pushed round. When will I be loved? When I find the new man that I want for mine, it always breaks my heart too. It happens every time. I've been made blue, I've been lied to. When will I be loved? When I find the new man that I want for mine, it always breaks my heart too. It happens every time. I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? When will I be loved? Tell me, when will I be
Linda, with you and Lou here at the Home of Good Time, Rock and Roll. 7.5 away from the top of the hour. 3 minutes away from Promised Beatles here on this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Hot Wax Weekend.
I was born and raised down in Alabama on a farm way back up in the woods. I was so ragged, folks used to call me Patches. Papa used to tease me about it. Most deep down inside, he was hurt because he'd done all he could.
See, that gotta be
My father was a great old
That's right, son.
man. I can see him with a shovel in his hand. See, education he never had. He did wonders when the times got bad. The little money from the crops he raised barely paid the bills we made. Oh, life had kicked him down to the ground. When he tried to get up, life would kick him back down. One day, Papa called me to his dying bed, put his hands on my shoulders, and in tears he said, Patches, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son is all left up to you. 2 days later, Papa passed away. I became a man. man that day. So I told Mama I was gonna quit school, but she said that was Daddy's strictest rule. So every morning before I went to school, I fed the chickens and I chopped wood too. Sometimes I felt that I couldn't go on. I wanted to leave, just run away from home, but I would remember what my daddy said. With tears in his eyes on his dying bed, he said, Patches, I'm depending on you, son. I've tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest.
Clarence Carter.
Then one day a strong rain came and washed all the crops away. And at the age of 13, I thought I was carrying the weight of the whole world on my shoulders. And you know, Mama knew what I was going through, cause every day I had to work the fields, cause that's the only way we got our meals. See, I was the oldest of the family, and everybody else depended on me. Every night I heard my mama pray, Lord, give him strength to make another day. So years have passed and all the kids are grown. The angels took Mama to a brand new home. Lord knows, people, I shedded tears, but my daddy's voice kept me through the years, saying, Patches, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. Oh, I can still hear Papa's voice say, Patches, I'm depending on your son. I've tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest. I can still hear Papa when he said, Patches.
Oldies Radio, KNIM.
AM and 97.1 FM KNIM, Maryville, Missouri.
it's under 2 minutes.
No claims of responsibility, but Islamic militants are suspected. I'm Marcia Salter. 5 people are dead in Islamabad, Pakistan after a grenade attack on a church. The Bush administration expressing outrage. The U.S. ambassador to Pakistan, Wendy Chamberlain, taking the opportunity to back the Allied crackdown on terrorists.
President Bush and President Musharraf and other courageous men and women around the world were absolutely right to take on the terrorists, no matter where they are. To say to them, no more.
At home, GOP Senator John McCain wants to know if this attack was carried out by crazy people or if it's part of an overall plan to kill Americans. Against the backdrop of continuing violence, U.S. Envoy Anthony Zinni continues to pursue an Israeli-Palestinian ceasefire. Zinni is holding ongoing talks with both sides, and Vice President Cheney in Bahrain says ultimately, the U.S. envisions a Palestinian state which recognizes Israel's right to exist.
Supporting an effort to implement the future plans and ultimate decisions about boundaries and those kinds of arrangements need to be worked out between the parties to the negotiations.
As for Cheney's Mideast tour to drum up support for a tougher stand on Iraq, Bahrain has become the first Arab state to publicly endorse that. The war on terror is not only being fought in Afghanistan. On an island in the southern Philippines where anti-terror U.S. forces are stationed, a firefight. U.S. forces weren't involved, though, says ABC's Tom Rivers at the Foreign Desk in London.
The action came just a few miles away from the Army camp where U.S. forces are staying on Basilan Island. Americans were there teaching government troops anti-terrorist skills, did not venture near the fighting, and are said to be not in any danger. It's reported that over 100 Philippine soldiers exchanged gunfire throughout the day with an estimated 24 extremists in the coconut groves there. Casualties are being described as light.
This is ABC News.
This is the sound of yogurt.
Yogurt?
This is the sound of yogurt with post-grape nut cereal. Nutty, crunchy, delicious with yogurt or ice cream. This is the sound of fruit salad. This is fruit salad with that grape nuts crunch. It's the easy way to make everything taste special. For more ideas, visit postcereals.com. You love that grape nuts crunch for breakfast. How about the rest of the day?
We're on our way to Ace for huge deals to get our yard ready for spring. Set up a nice play area for our 2-year-old who's quite the little...
Sprinkler, some grass seed, and fertilizer. Ace has it all. A shovel and wheelbarrow, so I can
Empty nesters. Got our own place, a huge garden, so we go to Ace for helpful advice and all the stuff we need. Plant food, gloves, a whole...
Holy bajolies. Ace has all kinds of great deals.
Hurry into Ace today for great savings, along with all the personal help and advice you need to get your lawn...
Walter, ABC News.
At St. Francis Hospital and Health Services, we believe you can find a better life, a better way in a workplace where every employee is respected as a vital part of our healthcare ministry. Please contact St. Francis Hospital Human Resources as you consider a career choice or an education in healthcare professions. Current openings are
all shifts of RNs and LPNs.
St. Francis Hospital is an equal opportunity employer, member SSM Healthcare.
Northwest Consulting is hosting a special power lunch at the hangar on Friday at noon. The topic will be tax credits for donations to the Children's Center. Tax attorney John Baker will be the speaker. The cost of the power lunch is $10, with half being donated to the Children's Center. Go to the power lunch Friday at the hangar and find out how you can get a tax credit for your donations to the Children's Center.
Hi folks, Mark Gregg for the all-new Northwest Chrysler Dodge and Jeep in Maryville, and we welcome your service business.
That's right, Mark. We want your service business no matter what you drive. Call or stop by our service department and visit with our service manager, Gene Smith, today.
Giving you the best in service keeps you coming back to the new Northwest Chrysler Dodge and Jeep.
From our 30-minute express loop to complete engine and transmission work, we can do it all.
And for the best value in new cars and trucks,
and a great price on that top-notch used vehicle,
come see number 1 Northwest Chrysler Dodge and Jeep at 4th and Buchanan in Maryville.
Making people happy every day.
Disaster strikes and you want to help. But what happens when the tragedy is being played out on a smaller stage out of sight of reporters and television cameras? How do you know you are needed? Hello, I'm Angela Lansbury for Child Reach. In many of the world's poorest countries, poverty devastates lives with no less intensity than a hurricane or a civil war, especially the lives of children. Child Reach, one of the world's largest and most experienced sponsorship organizations, creates a continuing connection between a sponsor and a needy child overseas. This leads not only to a caring relationship, but also to family and community-based self-help programs designed to bring clean water, education, health clinics, and most of all, hope to the sponsored child and his or her family.
For more information about Child Reach, please call 1-800-594-5599.
Did you know there are nearly 1,000 children in our area with cancer? It's a shocking fact. Unfortunately, cancer can only be treated as researchers look for a cure. However, there is hope for children with cancer, and its name is Camp Quality. Camp Quality Northwest Missouri gives children aged 3 through 17 the chance to be kids for 1 week each summer. Camp Quality Northwest Missouri provides hope for approximately 100 children in our area each year that have been diagnosed with cancer. Camp is free to the children and is funded solely on donations from people like you. If you'd like to know more, become involved, or make a donation, call Dave Weigel in Maryville, 562-2911. None of us can do anything about the quantity of one's life, but all of us can do something about the quality. And that's the goal of Camp Quality in Northwest Missouri. 562-2911.
The home of good time, rock and roll.
Probably leave Austin tomorrow.
Oh no, they left Thompson, I bet, this morning.
Oh, really? Christy coming into town? Yeah, Christy coming into town?
She may ride back with Dale, I don't know, but I bet she got her car in Kansas City. She'll ride back with Dale. Chris Mack ain't gonna play with her anymore, he quit.
Is that the latest? I mean, it changes all the time.
What?
It changes all the time. Is that the latest?
That's what Christy told me.
About a week ago? Is she still playing with the Delfinos?
Not Chris, I'm talking about Christy Stramble.
What's the story with Chris? Just, why is Chris gonna quit? Just, did you hear any reason?
Christy said that she talked to him, and he said he just, she said she thought they'd been kind of like, you know, there was something bugging him.
Guitar player quit?
Yeah. Something bugging him, you know. And then he,
Christy Stramble's guitar player quit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they were like real close.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
partners.
I was thinking. Yeah, kind of like partners.
But,
Dude, it wasn't making any money.
no, they wasn't no money being paid. And,
Come down here and play, they make $50.
so he kind of told her he thought he needed to, like, back off a bit. Get some space, you know.
I don't think that's gonna hold. I think they'll get back together. He's probably stressed out with his life.
Maybe.
He needs to come down to Springfield. Him and Christy can do a duet or whatever.
Well, kind of like, once you let that genie out of the bottle, it's kind of hard to stuff it back in.
Yeah, I know.
So, you know, Christy's the songwriter. She's the one who signed the contract. You know what I'm talking about?
Right,
She's
yeah.
the one that's the record deal.
She's the one, yeah.
She needs to, you know, she don't really, right now.
He doesn't write the songs with her?
No, he don't write them together. She writes the songs. Probably brings the band, they add some, you know, they work them up, but.
So he really doesn't write.
Artist. It's not a band.
He doesn't really write the songs. He just kind of comes up with some guitar parts.
Yeah, he comes up with guitar parts. And she's been down here, you know, and then They hadn't been a lot of work. You know, these people are all like, oh my God, Dale's got a booking agent. They're going to turn themselves over to Broughton Downey. And like, I don't think Broughton Downey's he got anybody a gig yet.
But I think all Christy needs is a good band. If she had a good band, she could do something. I mean, I'm just talking about regionally. She could do something. You know,
solo artist.
Or a solo artist too.
You're a solo artist.
I think she could probably make more money quicker by just going out and doing it by herself.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to do that.
Oh, I know. She says she's ready to.
Oh, is she ready to now?
With this happening, she probably would, you know, say, oh, you know, rather than try, you know, because you can't have people that ain't going to play with you for nothing.
Right,
you get good people, you got to pay them. You got to come up with gigs. Difficult to come up with gigs and pay anything, you know.
Right.
She's like got a good band, but no demand.
That's what she ought to do.
She didn't know. She needs to concentrate on making a great record, write a bunch of fucking songs.
That's right.
That's her first consideration.
That's
band
what she ought to be doing.
Band
to do
what?
She's concentrating on her next record and writing good songs.
Oh yeah.
And then she could.
If you're a songwriter, that's job one.
Say what?
I was going, yeah, if you're a songwriter, that's job one. Donnie goes, after your day job.
My day job is songwriter.
I'm a songwriter for Walmart. Okay, coming up on the end of the tape.
Give me a day job.
Got something you want to say for posterity? Now's the time.
And then Carl Krepsbach's pickup truck came down the road a little bit too fast, and he honked and he swerved, and the pig, of course, walked right in front of the truck, and he hit that pig, totaled that pig, and the truck went down into the ditch. It almost rolled over. Carl got out of the truck. He was shaking, shocked, because a 2x4 on a pile in the box on impact had shot through the rear window of the cab and right out the windshield about 6 inches away from his head. It seemed to entitle him to this pig. So the three of them managed to lift the pig up and set the pig down in the box of the truck. The pig was gone, was a mess, but still looked as if the meat part was good and was bleeding profusely. And Mr. Henson and Mr. Ness headed the other pig back to the Ness farm. Well, Carl drove into the locker plant, and Wayne at the locker plant said, fine, I can clean that up for you, and I'll butcher it and wrap it and everything for, I don't know, $40, $50. That was a good deal to Carl. Then he drove over to the Chevy garage to have them take a look at the grill of his truck and also to hose out the box of his pickup. And he got out a hose and he washed it out, and this bright red blood in the snow drew attention, of course. A crowd gathered around, figuring it was his business, but still, you know, wondering what his business was. And then the police cruiser came along. Gary and Leroy, the town constables, drove past, slowed down. They didn't want to look. They didn't want to look. They didn't want to see it. They didn't want to be part of this, but they did look. They saw the red blood. And they had to turn on the disco lights and make a little U-turn and come back and get out of the car and put on their hats and do their cop walk, which cops practice, of course. And some are a little more strutty and others just kind of stroll, but it's basically a gunslinger's walk. They walked over and they asked Carl what was the story. Well, he told them what had happened. Well, they said, you had an accident out there, you hit this pig, and you didn't report that, and you didn't report missing livestock. We're going to have to write up a ticket here for you. And this blood here, this is improper disposal of hazardous waste. It's just blood, he said. It's pig blood. Well, they said, yes, but we don't know if that's infected or something. People might slip and fall on this. So they wrote him up a ticket. He didn't say anything. He knows Lutherans. He knows their ways. He knows how bound they are to procedure. That's the Lutheran way. If you go to a dental hygienist and she gives you a 2-page form to fill out that asks you all these questions, including your height and your weight and your last year of education completed, that was a Lutheran that created that form. A German Lutheran, a committee of German Lutherans designed that form, and there's a reason for all those long questions on there that you have to answer before you can get your teeth cleaned. And they're lunatic reasons, but there is reasoning behind it. If you should faint while you're having your teeth cleaned, then the ambulance crew, of course, would want to be sure that they had a gurney that was big enough to haul your body in. And last year of education completed, they need to make sure that you can read, so the hygienist can give you this brochure about flossing. And of course, they're too polite to ask you if you can read, because you'd probably just say yes. So they give you this form instead to fill out last year of education completed. And if you don't understand education completed, probably you can't read. She better tell you about it. Flossing, that is. Lutherans, it's just how they are. So then he told them about the pig that was surviving out at the Ness farm. Oh, they didn't want to hear about that. They didn't want to hear about that. They knew what paperwork that entailed. But they had to go take care of it and do it the right way. So they drove out to Ness's farm, and it took hours. They had to call the slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse had to look up all the drivers who'd come in that morning. They finally found the culprit. They reached the culprit. He had to drive 110 miles to come down here, and they had to ticket him for failing to disposal of livestock on a public thoroughfare. It took them 6 hours to deal with 2 pigs, 3 hours per pig. And when they got done, Gary and Leroy, they headed over to the sidetrack tap as fast as they could go. It was about 4:30. The sidetrack tap where people go to relieve themselves of their Lutheran tendencies. The 2 lawmen walked in and they sat down on stools at the bar, and Gary brought them up a beer and a bump. They each had a beer and a bump. They threw back the bump. They chased it with the beer. And then they smelled this perfume that they know so well, a perfume that smells sort of like toilet bowl cleanser. It was the town clerk, Viola Torres, standing right behind them. Viola said, "Your shift doesn't end until 5. From what I can tell, you're drinking on duty. That's cause for dismissal." Viola Torres is just the straightest Lutheran of them all. She is straighter than a ruler. She's straighter than a road in North Dakota, I tell you. She just goes on and on. She's a person who comes to a complete stop at every stop sign, looks both ways twice. She's a person who, when she plays a video at home, she freezes the frame of that FBI warning so she can read that whole thing. She must be clear on the small print. Viola Torres has spent her life reading small print. She gets some sort of pleasure out of it. She looks forward to doing her tax return every year. I tell you, that tax return must be a real day brightener down at the big tax factory in Ogden, Utah. Boy, those people must run around the floor waving that thing over their heads. Here it is. They have an annual income of about $32,000, and the thing is 2 inches thick. All the supporting evidence is there. All of the little receipts are there. Oh, that must be a challenge for those tax auditors. They must love that. Here's something that's worthy of them. Your tax return and mine, they're sloppy, all the math is wrong, they're a tissue of lies. But here's one worth auditing. I believe your shift is not up until 5 o'clock, she said. Wally looked at her over the bar. He said, do you have some form of identification? She said, you know who I am. He said, anybody who appears to be 30 years old or younger has to show identification in a place that sells alcoholic beverages. It's a state law. Well, the light is dim in the sidetrack tab, but anybody could see that 30 was a long time ago for Viola Torres. That water was over the dam long ago. She said, you know who I am? He said, I'm sorry, it's the law. I'm just trying to do what's right. He could tell she wasn't carrying her purse. She said, I'm just trying to do what's right. He said, well, both of us are. So why don't we call it a draw? She walked out the door. They assumed to go and get her purse. So the drinks were quickly pushed down to the other end of the bar and put down below. And the two lawmen who had spent 6 hours on the case of the purloined porkers sat and ate peanuts and pretzels until the big hand came around to the 12. And then they had 2 bumps and 2 beers. And Viola Torres, whose cupboards and refrigerator are in perfect order, and whose Christmas card is all set up for next year. There are no dead people on it whatsoever. Walked home and walked up her front walk, perfectly shoveled and the sides beveled. And she felt this odd, giddy feeling at the thought of being 30 and being in a bar or being taken for 30, even if it's by a bartender who is Catholic nonetheless. The thought of 30 gave her a certain giddy pleasure. Shameful, yes, but a pleasure nonetheless. That's the news from Lake Wobegon, where all the women are strong, all the men are good looking, all the children are above us.